Hello Zenbeez, join me to create a Zentangle Mini Project for Instant Zen with creativity and learnings. This is our Tangled Tiles, project number 29. You can watch all our previous projects from this series on the playlist Tangled Tangles. I'm SANDHYA MANNE. I'm an artist and a Certified Zentangle Teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post here. So for today's project, I'm working with our base Tangle W2 and I am using a regular white square tile, black pen, pencil and stub. Go grab your supplies and let's get started. On to Tangling now. Okay, so here we are. This is my white square tile. I'm going to use my 01 black Micron, a 08 black Micron, a pencil and stub. So I'm using General's Layout extra black pencil, number 555. So this is extra dark, so if you're just getting started and if you're a beginner, I highly recommend use a regular pencil. This one, if you're very new to shading, this might be a little tough to handle. So start with a regular pencil, and once you are comfortable, you can move on to this pencil. Okay, so today's base tangle is W2. It's a beautiful tangle. So I'm going to start with, it's a weave base tangle. So I'm going to make a grid with my pencil. So I'm going to make 6 dots basically on this tile, somewhere like this. Okay, so I think I'm going to push this a bit here and then at this here. Okay, let me make my square. So we're going to make squares around the dots like this. Okay, so I'm going to make more here so that it's easy to create. So I am making pencil dots. So 6 this way and 4 this way. Now, ideally, when I am creating by myself, I would just start off with the squares, but since I'm teaching here and I understand we might have students who are absolute beginners, so just to make it a little easier and simpler for them, I have made the dots, and now I'm going to make my square. You can do a square or you can do a rectangle. You can do a vertical facing rectangle like the way I'm making, or you can make a horizontally laid rectangle. All of that is fine, but just make sure you don't make a circle. We need rectangles or squares. Okay, so now I've got my rectangles all done. Oh, I have one more row. Okay, so once we finish this, we're going to connect our rectangles, and here's how we're going to do that. So here I'm going to connect the tops of these 2 rectangles, and then I'm going to alternate and connect the bottoms of this. Again, tops, bottoms, tops. Now here I'm going to do the opposite. So here I'm going to connect the bottoms first and then the tops. Okay, so bottom and top. So do you notice how these 2 lines have the squares or the rectangles inside, and these 2 lines have them outside of the lines? So this is how we're going to work. We're going to alternate between this. Okay, now I'm just going to pretend that this is going here, and I'm going to pretend that this is going here. Okay, now here, because it's the bottom, here this is going to be at the top, so that both the lines are inside and the squares are, or the rectangles are outside. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, so yeah, this goes this way. Okay, so now this is outside, so this is also going to be outside, and then this goes this way. Okay, now we're going to connect it vertically as well, and so I'm not changing my position of my tile. So here we are going to connect the insides of the square because we have the outsides on the horizontal end. Now here we're going to again alternate, so basically inside, outside, inside, and this is going to be inside as well. Okay, now this is outside, so this is also going to be outside, and then this is going to be inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, 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 okay. I'm just going to give a continuation here. Okay, so now what I do is I'm going to use my thicker tip pen. I'm going to use my thicker tip pen and fill these up. Okay, so now I am going to use my pen, 01 pen, and we're going to create an aura line. So I'm just going to go along with this and create an aura line. Turn it this way, and I'm going to make the aura lines here as well. Okay, so we have this all done. Now inside of this we're going to do some fun tangles. So for the for the horizontal end, we are going to do this tangle called this fragment called B12. So it goes like this. It's basically a triangular, triangle based fragment. But I thought we could use it this way here. So this is basically bales in a triangular format, and it really looks cool. So I'm just gonna first divide my vertical sections into this V shape. So I have the space to add my half circles like we do in bales. Okay, and then I add my circle in. And then I go back in and add little blacks in there. And with that, it is all done. Okay, so I'm adding the circles inside, and then I'm going to take my time to add the black in those little gaps that we have around the circle. So okay, let me finish this, and then I'm going to work with my black. Okay, that looks cool. Oh, looks like I missed this section for the oral line. Okay, so now I've got all the darks filled in. Okay, ooh, I like the way this looks. Now let's do the vertical sections. So here I am going to add a pod shape like this. So basically it's like DIVA dance. Okay, so we can either add black or we can add circles. So I'm gonna try adding circles and let's see how that looks. Something like the way this is looking, and maybe here I will add the black like that. So I go from here, go around aura this, and then I pull out another bulge, and I just make a finish like that. Okay, so just for the center one, I'm gonna add the circles, and the other two is gonna be filled in with solid black. Okay, so let's go ahead and repeat this. So I like to finish adding these gaps and then going back to add the details, but if you want to do the other way, you are most welcome to do it. So if you want to finish each one and then kind of go about adding finish the lines and then add the details and then move on to the next section, that's totally fine. I just somehow like to kind of get an idea of how this is going and then get into the details. That's just the way I like to do it, but it doesn't have to be the same way for you to do it. Okay, so let's get into the details. Okay, so I'm going to use my Zentangle pen to add the dots. Okay, so there it is, all done. Now let's add few more details here. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with my 01 micron, and we're going to pull out some HOLLIS shapes or muka shapes. Okay, so I'm just going to go in from here, say from here. I'm just going to go out, pull in some shapes like this. Okay, and feel free to rotate your tiles. Okay. Okay, we can add more, but I'm going to do the other side as well, and then we'll see how we can fill in the rest. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish this. Okay, so we can either leave it at this, or I just thought maybe we can add some tangle called FLORZ, so like a background. So I'm using my pencil to make a grid that is going through the mocha or the HOLLIS tangle. Okay, and then we go this way. Ta-da. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and add my ink, ink my lines first. Okay, so here we're going to do the diamonds at the intersections for FLORZ. Use my thicker tip pen. Okay, so here is my tile all done. Now let's get to shading. So shading for W2 is really simple, and it really, shading really adds such a lovely finish to the tangle. I mean, it just brings the tangle out. So let's go ahead, let's do this. Okay, and I go this way. So I'm adding the pencil right below the first set of lines, you remember, that we made. I was touching the rectangles, so we're just going to go under those lines to make our shading. So basically I want this line to act as a shadow of this, so I'm not going to add anything on top of this. And here I want this shading to look like the shadow of this, so I'm not going to add anything inside this. So it's only at the edges that we're going to add. And here, of course, I'm going to add a bunch. Okay, I think I got all of it. Okay, so there it is. Look at the depth that it creates. Oh, so lovely. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this a bit more intense, and I'm just gonna go around here to kind of make it look like sort of flowing over. So I'm not going to add the shading for each and every line that's coming out, just one or two here and there, the big ones, just to make an impression. Okay, so there it is, all done. Let's put our initials and journal this. So I think I'm gonna put my initials somewhere here. Okay, and let's journal this. So today's date is 5th September 2025, and this is YouTube, and this is Tangled Tangles, project number 28. So we started off with W2, which was our base tangle, and then we added B12, which was the Bale's kind of a fragment, and then we added DIVA dance as another border for the another band. Okay, that's number 4. We added, I'm gonna call it HOLLIS, and number 5 we added FLORZ. So these are our tangles, and here is our title. Ta-da! Hope you had fun on this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zenbeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the works by other Zenbeez. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at SANDHYA MANNE or hashtag TangledTangles, so I get to see your lovely works there, and I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use, and no part of this can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, check out my website www.sandhyamannestudio.com for classes, courses and workshops. If you're just getting started, I highly recommend start with my beginners workshop, which is called the Fundamentals of Zentangle. Click on the link Tangle Tutelage that's given in the description to receive a free gift when you sign up and get weekly inspirations and updates about all the cool things that I do across social media. If you are on Instagram, then do join my handle at SANDHYA MANNE for everyday studio updates and behind the scene details. Okay, so now it's time to comment. Please comment and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. I shall see you next on our channel with another set of Tangled Tangles. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.